It's June 10th, 2019. The Toronto Raptors are looking to close out the series and dethrone the seemingly unbeatable Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are coming off a disappointing 92-105 loss, in which they shot an unbelievable 66% from the free throw line, getting closer and closer to Shaq's free throw percentage than we ever thought was possible. Nonetheless, the Warriors don't seem too concerned, with Kevin Durant ready to return to the starting lineup and a few days of rest behind them. The All-Star team, or Golden State Warriors squad, is ready to reclaim the title and force a Game 6. Durant picks up right where he left off, knocking down 3 triples in a row and finishing with 11 points on the quarter. The lead begins to increase, and the Golden State Warriors once again remind us that they are virtually unbeatable when healthy. KD extends his left foot forward, crossing the ball between his legs and attacking the basket, only to have Serge Ibaka sidestep him and seal off the lane. KD plants his foot awkwardly, attempting to slow his momentum, but instead he twists his whole body in the opposite direction, tearing his Achilles tendon and leaving him limping across the court on one foot as the hostile Raptors crowd claps and waves. Things aren't looking much better over in Boston. After a crushing defeat against the Milwaukee Bucks, the Celtics are spiraling down fast. Kyrie Irving is on the hot seat as his reputation derails into what many view him as a locker room threat.
In the car going home saying, we can't wait till this guy gets out of here. We'll help him pack his bag.
Bad Kyrie shots where everyone on the Celtics is basically standing flat-footed and watching, and here go the Bucks in transition.
And with the 2019 offseason nearing, both of these players are set to become free agents in just a couple of weeks. We've heard whispers of these two players joining forces, but there seemed to be a question mark hovering above it all. Fast forward to 2021. Kyrie, KD, and Harden have returned in seemingly full form. But hiding behind their personas of league-wide dominance is the chip they carry on their shoulders, their volatile past, and its impact.
Maybe the most skillful player who ever lived. But I can't sit here and say I'm confident problem Kyrie won't show up.
Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, two players who have arguably mustered the most hate across the league in recent years. For Kyrie, it all came crashing down in a matter of months. Not long after promising to re-sign in front of an excited Boston crowd.
In Boston, if you guys will have me back, I plan on re-signing here next year.
Things were looking bleak for the Celtics. The first round was a breeze as they took apart the Oladipo-less Pacers in 4 games. Well, except for this.
The man that's been tutored and mentored. Oh, Miles!
They faced up against their friendly foe, the number 1 seeded Bucks team headed by first-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, you may have heard of him. They had faced off the year before, with an undermanned Celtics squad featuring a rookie Jason Tatum, a breakout star Terry Rozier, a young Jaylen Brown, along with some other valuable pieces. But this year, the Bucks were looking a whole lot scarier. Nonetheless, executives and fans across the league expected the series to be pretty close. And things were looking good so far. Just ask Paul Pierce.
No, listen, I think it's over.
This series is over.
Yeah.
Milwaukee absolutely demolishes the Celtics.
The Bucks dismantled the Celtics in the next 4 games, with Kyrie averaging 20 points and 6 assists in the series. Emotions flared as he walked off the court before the end of Game 4. And with the disappointing exit, Kyrie was the perfect man to take the blame.
Kyrie Irving deserves 100, make it 1,000%
Wow.
of the blame.
At least that's how the Celtics fan base felt. They tore into his soul over the next few months, and before you could blink, he was off to Brooklyn. Even during the 2019 to 2020 NBA season, the tension was obvious. Kyrie sat out both games in Boston despite being ready and able to play. KD's story takes place on the other side of the country, in Golden State. The infamous Golden State Gate brought his reputation from, I guess you could say, being a humble young boy out of DC to being a snake, cupcake, soft. OKC fans took honor in ripping up his jersey, cursing him, sticking up some kind fingers to him. It was one of, if not the most hated decision in NBA history. Over in the West Coast, however, he was building an elite legacy. The Warriors reached 4 consecutive finals appearances with Durant, winning 2 championships, and with Durant winning both finals MVPs. Despite his poor reputation, he was widely considered as the second best player in the league and proved his greatness by sinking multiple daggers over LeBron James.
Incredible opportunity. Durant for 3. It's good. Kevin Durant from downtown, and Golden State takes the lead.
And for much of the 2019 playoffs, it seemed as if he would dominate like he had in the previous years. In the first round against the Clippers, Kevin Durant took command of the Warriors and averaged 35. He continued to dominate against Houston in the second round, averaging 33. A minor injury sat him out of the conference finals and the first 4 games of the NBA Finals. In Game 5, however, things took a turn for the worse. He suffered a devastating Achilles injury and, to make matters worse, was mocked by the hostile Toronto fan base. And that brings us to today. Durant and Kyrie have been dominating, playing in harmony like old teammates. But as the season progresses, all eyes will be on them as they look to put their volatile past behind them and once again put the NBA on notice. Meanwhile, over in Houston, a disgruntled superstar named James Harden has just come off of a second-round exit to the eventual champion Los Angeles Lakers. And the future isn't looking too great for any party involved. After 6 years of eliminations and dozens of roster changes over the years, Harden was done with the franchise, and a series of off-court distractions made it clear that something was about to go down. KD and Kyrie are finally starting to click together in Brooklyn, and they are showing no signs of slowing down. Little did they know. Fast forward to January, and the Nets have built a big 3 for the ages. And as they've started to get more playing time together, it's not clear who's going to be the third wheel of the team, as Kyrie, who many expected to take a Ray Allen-type role in the big 3, often has the ball in his hands when he probably shouldn't. Needless to say, Harden has done his fair share to bring the team together, as he is averaging the most assists in the entire NBA. And so far, Nash and D'Antoni have implemented a run-and-gun style that resembles the 7-second offense in the early 2000s. With the speed and floor spacing that this style creates, the Nets have proved so many of us wrong, both sharing the ball and leaving defenders dazed with their all-time great one-on-one abilities. Over the span of the past 4 weeks, as of the making of this video, the Nets have gone 14-5, tallying wins against the Bucks, Clippers, Lakers, and Suns, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Thank you for watching, and as always, until next time.